Welcome everybody to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us by hitting that subscription button. It's totally free, and also hitting the bell notification to be notified of the new uploads that I come up with. I want to mention that up top there's 3 little buttons right on the corner, on the right hand corner for most of you. For some of you it's in your settings. I do have a link to the video below in the description box to teach you if you're not understanding how I'm explaining to slow down the video. You can click there. It's a 2-minute video. Very simple. It's just a click away. You can slow down the video by clicking the 3 little buttons up top and slow down to the speed you would like. Also right next to it, there's the letter CC. You can turn that on, and that will be for closed caption. All the stitching, everything that I mention and say will be written down here. You can pause, stop the video, take notes, and it will help you to understand the pattern. I don't write patterns. I get asked a lot about it, and for those reasons, I ask of you to slow down the video. I know sometimes I'm a little bit too fast for these recordings, and I apologize for that. It's just I get on my own bubble. This is all new to me also, so it's just a question of getting practice at recording, which I'm not fully used to yet. I'm getting comfortable at this point. So I want to thank every single one of you that have been from the start with me, have commented, shared, have tagged me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for your lovely, wonderful comments. Thank you again so much to every single one of you. Also for the people that came through, the women that came through with donations, and also some donations for the women in need of thread. Thank you so much. Some of you have shipped it yourselves. Gratitude all the way. And some of you have donated into my PayPal account and into the super thanks that's below the video. It has a $ symbol on it. Thank you so much to everyone that has participated in trying to help out one way or another. Okay, so we are going to get started. Any questions, suggestions, please feel free to comment below. You could always get a hold of me if you're stuck with some project, like some of you do, to message me through Instagram. I do have a Facebook group, private group, because there's a lot of scammers and fraud into the crochet groups now, so you have to be careful. Don't open links that say cut or bit on it. Those are fraud scammers. Be careful, people. They steal people's identity and pictures, and they post there with those links pretending that it's them. So stay away from that, or report them as spam. That's what I usually do. For those reasons, my group is private. You're more than welcome to join us in our group. Beautiful group of people we have there. We're one growing family. You can just request, and I'm sure one of the monitors will respond to you ASAP. I also do have the crochet page. You can follow that there too, or my Instagram or TikTok. So there's so many ways you can get a hold of me. My email is below also. So anything that you're stuck with, feel free to ask. Or suggestions, remembering that I am in Europe. My time frame could be different than yours. Sometimes I will have to take a few hours before I answer you because I must be sleeping. It's overnight, and it must be morning for you in your country. Okay, so we're going to get started, everyone, and I bless you, I hug you, and please keep your optimism always up and high, and never think that you cannot do this pattern. We are not born learned. We are born to learn. Okay, you can do all things as long as you persist, be patient with yourself, and just continue on. Anyone can create anything they want. Okay, let's get started, everyone. Thank you. Okay, everyone. So I was requested to make a heart-shaped doily. I already have, I believe, 2 heart-shaped doilies, or 3 maybe, and even coffee cup coasters, heart also. But I am going to recreate another one. So I hope you're going to enjoy this. I'm using a 4-ply 100% cotton thread. This is similar as Aunt Lydia. Mine is a little bit thinner, so obviously my patterns will become smaller. You can use whatever colors you want. I'm just using colors that I have quite a bit left over from a lot of projects, as you know I do. So why not and use it up instead of just keep buying brand new ones, especially nowadays everything's so expensive, right? Okay, so 2.75 hook, of course a pair of scissors, and a small one to tuck in loose ends. Let's get started, everybody. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important, not just for mine, but any creator. It helps the video also by sharing, inviting your friends to join the channel. It keeps us growing, it keeps us going, and it's the only way to go about. I can't stress enough to ask you guys to do that, not just for myself, but to help other creators that you are interested on seeing their projects, products, whatever it might be. Okay, thank you, everyone. So the first thing you want to do is that magic circle. If you can't, then do a 6 chain. So once you make an X on your finger, right? Very simple. Just bring the thread into the center of that magic circle. Just hold it there with your thumb and do the first chain so it does not get away. And then I'm coming back in with a single, 2 chain. This will equal my double crochet. I'm going to do, no, that's it, 2 chain. Sorry, I thought I was already on the second row. My goodness. So I'm just going to pull in a bit to tighten it up so I can have control of it. I'm going to do a total of 18 double crochets on this first row. So very simple. I'll meet you at the end. Once we get to the end, we'll go on the second chain and we'll close in with a slip stitch. So I've done my 18 double crochet. I'm coming on the second chain and I'm going to close it in with a slip stitch. Now I don't want to mark, so I'm going to go into the next space and bring my thread to the back and go back in the same space I brought it to the back and do a single and 2 chain. That will equal a double crochet. One more for space. So now we're going to do, as you can see, I have a knot there, but I'm usually pretty good on hiding knots, so it's all good. So I'm going to come in the next space and I'm going to do a double crochet. So this time we're going to have 18 double crochets with a chain space between them. Okay. 1 chain, next space, double crochet, 1 chain, next space, double crochet. This is row 2. When we come to the end, we're going to close it on the second chain with a slip stitch. I meet you there. So I've closed in on my second chain with a slip stitch. So now I have 18 double crochets, 1 chain space between them. I'm going to come back in where I've closed and do a single and 2 chain. That equals a double crochet. I'm coming into the space of 1 chain, doing 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet with a double crochet and again. So this whole row will be about double crochets, 1 on top of the double crochet and 1 in the 1 chain space. Okay, I'm going to continue that all the way around. This is row 3. Okay, everyone, so finish row 3. Going into row 4. It has a tendency to flip a bit, as you can see, but don't worry about that. That's going to get straightened out as we keep going with the rows. So I'm coming in again on the same one we closed in with a single 2 chain. I'm doing an increase on the same space with another double crochet. So it's 2 double crochets together on the same space. 1 chain space. I'm going to skip a space and I'm coming into the next one and creating groups of 2 double crochet on the same space. 1 chain space, skip a space, 2 double crochet together. 1 chain space, skip a space into the next one. And we're going to repeat this all the way around until the end. Coming to the end, we're going to close on the second chain, which is the last chain, and do a slip stitch. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we finished row 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It still looks like it wants to turn into a hat, but it will get fixed, trust me. Coming into the same space, single, 2 chain on the same space, and increase again of another double crochet. So it's 2 together on the first double crochet and 1 alone on the next 1 chain space. Next space, 2 together and 1 double crochet alone on the second double crochet. So it's an increase of 1 double crochet on the same space. So now we're going to have groups of 3 double crochet on this row with 1 chain space between them. 1 2 3 4 5, row 5. Come to the end, we're going to close it on the second chain with slip stitch, and I'll be back with you at the end. Okay, you guys, going into row 6, coming back in again, doing a single and 2 chain. This time we're going to have 2 in the center, okay, just so I can balance out this little pyramid here. So 2 double crochets on the middle one and 1 at the end. So we'll have groups of 4 now. 1 double crochet on the first one, 2 together on the middle one, and I don't mind these little knots that I have done because these are all like leftover threads, and these are for samples, so it's all good. If it was in order, it would have been a different story. I would have to get a complete new roll to do the pattern, but because this is just samples, it doesn't matter. So 2 together in the middle one and 1 at the end. So we're having groups of 4. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we finished row 6, going into row 7. Again, I'm doing my single 1 chain, coming in my second double crochet, coming in my third, and I'm adding 2 together, just so we can balance this little motif pattern out over here. No chain. I'm coming in the 1 chain space, doing 1 double crochet. Again, double crochet on my second double crochet. On my third, I'm doing 2 together. So basically, we're doing as if we're doing 5 double crochets, groups of 5, right? The only difference is we have 1 on the center. And this is how we're going to proceed all the way around. If you prefer to do your 2 together at the beginning here or at the end of your double crochet, that's fine too. I'm doing it on my third just to balance my pattern out. So 2 together on my third double crochet, and then 1 per space and 1 inside of the chain space. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so we're going into the foundation of the heart. Just a little reminder, if you wanted to go bigger as a centerpiece for your table, then you must add more here. You have to keep increasing until a few more rows up. What you have to remember is you must do the math. It takes 12 double crochets for each heart. So you have to times, once you've, like we stopped here at 4, you can go another 2 more up and add it, you know, there's, I can't even remember how many hearts there is. I think it's 1 heart per 2 motifs. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I don't think it's 9. It is 9. Okay, so it's 9 hearts. That means 1 heart takes 2 motifs. It's 12 double crochets. So that's what you need to remember for each heart, because you're going bigger. So obviously it's going to take more, right? More hearts. So it takes 12 double crochet per heart. Okay, I think that's a good indication for that. Okay, so now we're going to go into the foundation of the first heart. We're going to do a single and 2 chain. This equals a double crochet, coming back into the same space and creating 3 more double crochets in the same space. So we'll have a total of 4 double crochets on the same space. That's with that single and 2 chain. 1, 2, 3 chain. We're going to skip 1, 2, coming into the 3rd double crochet and doing a single. 1, 2, 3 chain, skip 1, 2, 3, sorry, 1, 2 on the 3rd double crochet, single. 1, 2, 3 chain, skip 1, 2 into the 3rd double crochet, single. We're going to do this 4 times. So we have 1, 2, 3. We're on our 4th 3 chain. We're going to skip 1, 2, and the 3rd one we are starting the next heart foundation with 4 double crochets. So you know this is how we're going to proceed. So these are the foundations to the hearts. 1, 2, 3. Skip 1, 2 on the 3rd one. 1, 2, 3. Skip 1, 2 on the 3rd one. 1, 2, 3. Skip 1, 2 on the 3rd one. So we have 1, 2, 3 chains of 3 there. 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th one. So 1, 2, and 3. This is the 3rd foundation of the heart. So 4 double crochets in the same space. Okay, so very simple. 4 double crochets, 3 chains, skip 2 space, go into the 2nd with a single. 3 chains, skip 2 space, go into the 3rd with a single. Not the 2nd, I said the 2nd here. The 3rd, it's always on the 3rd double crochet. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, going into row 9. So we have 9 hearts, foundation I should say. So I've closed in with a slip stitch. I did a single and 2 chain. I'm going to come on the same one and add, increase another double crochet. So 2 together on the 1st, 2 together on the 2nd, 1 alone on the 3rd, and 2 together on the last double crochet. So we have a total of 7 double crochets. 2 on the 1st, 2 on the 2nd, that's 4, 1 alone on the 3rd, that's 5, and 2 at the end, that's 7. Chain 3. We're skipping the first 3 chains here, going into the 2nd chain with a single. 1, 2, 3. Coming into the next space of chain 1, 2, and 3. We're also skipping the last chain here, and we're repeating the same thing as we just finished doing to the first heart foundation. 2 together on the same space on the first double crochet, 2 together on the 2nd double crochet, 1 double crochet alone on the 3rd double crochet, and 2 on the last one. Total of 7 double crochets all together. Chain 3, skip the first chain, come into the 2nd with a single. Chain 3, come in the 2nd with a single. 3, skip the last one. 2 together, and again 2 together. 1 alone, and 2 together. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, going into row 10, so I've closed in with a slip stitch. I'm coming back in, doing a single, chain 2, that equals my double crochet. I'm coming in the same space, 2 double crochet. On my 2nd double crochet from the previous row, I'm doing 1 alone, next space 1 alone. So 2 together on the 1st, 1 alone, 1 alone. On my 4th double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm doing 2 together. And then 1 alone, 1 alone, and 2 together at the end. So we'll have a total of 10 double crochet. So 2 on the first double crochet, 1 alone on the second, 1 alone on the third, 2 together on the fourth, 1 alone on the fifth, 1 alone on the sixth, and 2 together on the seventh. Chain 3. Skipping the first chain, coming in the middle of the 3 chain. 1, 2, and 3. Skipping the last chain and repeating the same thing again. 2 together, 1 alone, next space, 1 alone, next space, 2 together. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 already. Next space, 1 alone, 7, next space, 1 alone, 8, and on the last space, 2 together, 9 and 10. We're going to repeat this all the way around to the end. Okay, everyone, going to row 11, coming in the same space, single 2 chain equals a double crochet, increase 2 together on the first one. We're going to do 2 alone, so next space 1 alone, next space 1 alone, next space 2 together, next space 1 alone, next space 1 alone, next space 2 together, next space 1 alone, next space 1 alone, and the last one 2 together. So on this row, to create the heart, so the first one 2 together, 2 alone, 2 together, 2 alone, 2 together, 2 alone, 2 together. Should have 14 double crochets, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Chain 2. Coming in, again repeating the same process, 2 together, 2 alone, 2 double crochets together, 2 double crochets alone, very simple, 2 double crochets together, 2 double crochets alone. Remembering that if you're using Antleria number 3, your pattern will be bigger, which when it comes to doilies, I prefer Antleria number 3 than my own. Mine, number 4, is a little bit smaller. Okay, so we're going to repeat this process all the way around. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, going into row 12, which is the last row to shape the form of the heart. So we close in with a slip stitch. Now we're going to skip the first one, the second, the third. We're coming in the fourth double crochet. Stretch your thread a bit and do a double crochet. We're going to continue to do 6 double crochets all on the same space on the fourth double crochet from the previous row. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to skip 1, 2. We're going to come into the third one. Let me just check here. So we're going to skip 1, 2, and 3. We're going to come in between the third and the fourth. Okay, 1, 2, 3, between the third and the fourth with a single. And then again, 1, 2, 3 on the fourth one. If you count from this edge, it will be the same thing as we did here when we skipped to the fourth one. 1, 2, 3, and on the fourth one, again, we're going to do the 6 double crochets. Stretch your thread so it doesn't pull on it. And what do I mean by stretching? Like that. You don't want to pull it here. Bring it up. 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to come on my last one with a single. So you have your first heart shaped. And again, we're going to go through the chains here with a slip stitch to get to that double crochet. Just like that, and come in to double crochet. With a single and skip 1, 2, 3 on the 4th double crochet. We restart again to do the 6 double crochets. Okay, so we're just going to repeat now the same thing, and we're pretty much done with the heart shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Skip 1, 2, 3, come in between 3 and 4, single, and then 1, 2, 3 on your 4th, or counting from here, 1, 2, 3 on your 4th, stretch your thread. We don't want that to be pulling. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Come into the last one and close it in. So this does it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoy this heart-shaped doily. It's small. It's about, I would say, 24 centimeters. So if you want to go bigger, like I said, you need to increase here. Just make sure that you count by 12s in order to have the size of that heart shape. Okay, so I'll have the pictures at the end. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. Until next time, bye-bye.